concerning the 77s of Daniel. Introductory editorial. Special attention is drawn to Commander Steedman's article in this issue. It has been printed entire, instead of the 2 parts usual for so lengthy a paper, in view of its special importance. By now, our readers will be used to having long accepted ideas questioned in this magazine. That is the only path to progress in understanding God's Word. Whether Commander Steedman's novel approach is correct or not, careful, open-minded consideration can only do good and bring us to a better apprehension of God's Word. Certainly is causing me to reconsider many matters. In November 1962, Commander Steedman sent this article to Mr. Alexander Thompson, who wrote in reply, "I could not find any blunders or mistakes. Your articles are fresh, something new, and I think the readers will like that." Owing to his illness, nothing more came of it, and the papers had to be held up. But now it gives me great pleasure to present the second of them. Let us hope it will prompt general discussion of a most important issue. When the Apostle Paul opened his itinerant ministry, he based his appeal on written testimony. First, on prophecy, that the Messiah must suffer and rise from among the dead. Second, on the Gospels themselves, that this one is the Messiah, the Jesus whom I am announcing to you. Acts 17:3. How comes it then that it occurred to nobody at that time to cite the fulfillment of 69 or perhaps 62 of the 77s of Daniel's prophecy? Correct to the day, if Sir Robert Anderson was correct in his book, The Coming Prince. If that prophecy had in fact been fulfilled by then, yet there is apparently no record of such an appeal until 19 centuries after the Apostle Paul's ministry began. I confess that this problem never occurred to me before, but in the face of Commander Steedman's paper, it strikes me one most forcibly now and goes far to reinforce his thesis. Departing from cherished ideas is always distressing, but departing from the faith is infinitely worse, and in the long run disastrous as well. Refusing to face difficulties is the surest way to such departure and all the evil that follows. Let us then be true Bereans and examine this matter honestly and candidly. No doubt others will present themselves for us in due course. In fact, they are occupying my attention now whenever I can take time off from my present duties. These, as my colleagues are aware, have for some while been exacting and even arduous, and as I put it to a correspondent recently, rather like walking a tightrope. Further reactions to this new departure are planned for the next issue, and help from our readers will be welcome. At the last moment before going to press, our attention has been drawn to the rendering of Daniel 9:25 in the American Revised Standard Version. Know therefore and understand that from the going forth of the word to restore and build Jerusalem, to the coming of an anointed one, a prince, there shall be 7 weeks. Then for 62 weeks it shall be built again with squares and moat, but in a troubled time. This by itself is bound to create controversy, but its interest for us at present is in its bearing on Commander Steedman's article.